it's so admirable that you decided to want to be a lawyer.
I'm not someone that'll ever give up, but I always look at things in a timing perspective. Like that just wasn't my time, and I'm okay with that.
You said something that I loved. Delayed doesn't mean denied.
In the waiting, always prepare for the thing. Baby steps forward is still progress. You pull up, push through,
never
look like what you're going through.
I take her quotes on set. I
Yeah,
have like
you
a
do?
notes section in my phone with Niecy quotes.
She looked up at the cross and said, "Ay, Dios mío." And she fell in my lap. I picked that lady up. I said, "You know Jesus de Cristo?" I said, "Baby, let's pray right now because I need the Lord to give me my high school Spanish back." And he did.
No van a creer con quién estoy. Y aparte, habla súper bien español. Great to see you both. I think this is officially the first interview for Mexico.
I love that for us. And muy bonita, might I say.
Gracias. I tried my best. Pero a ver, ¿sí entiendes español, Niecy?
Well, poquito.
Ajá.
La profesora en la escuela, you know. And one time, it's so crazy, I was on my way to work and I saw a lady sitting at the bus stop crying her eyes out. I pulled the car over and I'm like, "Honey, what happened?" She started speaking Spanish so fast. And I said, "Uh-oh. Wait a minute," you know what I mean? Because I haven't spoken Spanish since I was in high school, and there was a church behind me. She looked up at the cross and said, "Ay, Dios mío," and she fell in my lap. I picked that lady up. I said, "You know Jesus de Cristo?" I said, "Baby, let's pray right now because I need the Lord to give me my high school Spanish back." And he did.
And he did?
Yeah,
And what
I
did
was
you
able
say to
help
her?
What was wrong?
Somebody stole her purse and she had to go to work. And so she needed money. And I was like, "Well, let me give you the money that I have in my purse." So I did that. And then I saw a cop across the street and I waved him down. Girl, he spoke Spanish. I said, "Didn't the Lord come right on time?"
Well, it's great having you. And obviously, I've seen, you know, the first 4 episodes of the show, which is amazing. And let's go to the heart of it because 86% of my audience are women, so let's empower some women with this conversation. Let me start with Niecy. You said something that I loved. You said, delayed doesn't mean denied, which I think is fantastic for all the women watching that think, you know, that time is passing and they haven't been able to do whatever they thought they were going to be or do in life.
Yeah, no, you know, I just think that sometimes in the waiting, we get anxious, we get doubtful, we get insecure. And I'm saying in the waiting, always prepare for the thing. Be in preparation because baby steps forward is still progress. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's not about making it to that place. It's about the journey and what it has taken to get there. And so I'm always like, soak in the journey. It's being denied for a reason. You know, what is that? Maybe it's just the whole process of it is going to be more valuable than the thing that you think is waiting there for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the bar, but it's part of the process. And
Absolutely.
I think that
Part
was
of
so
your journey.
Yeah, it's part of the journey. And I think it's so admirable that you decided to want to be a lawyer. Because many women think that, and it's something that you also said, that dreams expire, and for you, this is a dream, and you will pay the price and do whatever you need to do to become a lawyer. So talk to me about that journey.
Yeah, you know, it's been an unconventional way that I went about it, trying to be a lawyer, a way that California offers and a couple states in the U.S. offer.
Take trying out. You are going to be a lawyer.
Of course.
I'm going to be. Of course I am. Of course.
Of course you are.
And so, you know, taking the bar last July took a lot out of me. And I realized, you know, there is a lot going on when I'm, you know, doing this show and so much. So it will be fun just to focus and really try it again. I'm not someone that'll ever give up. So, but I always look at things in a timing perspective, like that just wasn't my time, and I'm okay with that. Like I instantly just knew that it's a bigger lesson and that I have to just do better and try harder and get back at it. So I don't really get disappointed, and even though I'm bummed that it wasn't the outcome that I wanted because I did put in the time. And so it is frustrating when you try so hard at something and it's not the result that you want, but I just knew that you know, it's just not the time for me right now, but it will be soon. And there's something just like very perversely nice about wanting something so badly and not having it, and like not being able to get it and being in that space. So I'm good. I'm good. I'll get it soon.
You will. I think that a common denominator on all sphere with all you women is success. And success has a lot to do with discipline. And I think this is, you know, for Kim, but you can pitch in, Niecy, but I think the level of discipline is in your life is something that, you know, many of us can't even grasp, because I see you exercising. You have 4 kids. You studied for the bar, but you do all's fair. And I've always said that, you know, 80% of problems are solved with discipline. So walk all the women out there through the level of discipline that you handle. And just, you know, I heard you say that you would study acting lessons for all's fair in the car for an hour. It's crazy. Like, many women can't even imagine what that looks like.
I think discipline is a form of self-respect. I love a routine, so I just love that. When I finished the bar, I came home and I started studying and still writing essays. And I just loved the routine of studying, and I would continue that process, just being prepared for the future if I needed to take it again. So I love the routine. My mom and everyone would be like, stop. You took it already. Stop studying. Stop writing essays. Stop doing this. And I was like, I think I just love the routine of it and waking up and being disciplined. But I do find it to be at least an expression of mine of self-respect. And I love being extremely disciplined, and that's something that I can control. Maybe it's a control freak. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I love that space, and I love living in that space, no matter what it is.
Niecy, I heard you say something that I adored at the Emmys. You know, everybody's thanking everybody else, but you thanked yourself. And I thought that was amazing, because as well, so many of us don't give each other the credit that we deserve. And, you know, I work a lot with women and I talk a lot to women. How do you find, you know, self-gratitude, and how do you recognize yourself and appreciate the woman you are and everything you've gone through? And how do you find self-confidence when you don't have it, when you don't know where that is?
Well, if you don't have it, or you don't have it in the moment, 2 things. One, you fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? And the other thing is you pull up and you push through, and you what? Never look like what you're going through.
That's great.
Pull
Never
up,
look
right?
like
Pull
what you're...
up,
Push
push
through,
through,
and never look
show 'em-
like
never
what
look like what
you're
you're
going
going
through. Right. Even in labor, honey, I was having a baby and had to just stop. I was like, oh, the baby is coming. Come over here and put some makeup on my face. You know what I mean? Because I feel terrible. But then after I got that beat, I was like, okay, let's let the baby slide on through. You know what I mean? I felt a little better about it. And the reason why I said that in my speech was because that's genuinely how I feel. I know what it cost me. All the tears I had to cry, all the, you know, things I had to go through, packing up 3 kids to take them to auditions. I mean, I was the only one who had the corner of the acting studio like a preschool. You know what I mean? With the coloring books and the bye-bye and the graham crackers and all the things. But I knew what it cost me. And it's not called mama esteem, them esteem, us esteem. It's self-esteem. Because don't nobody got to believe it but you.
What a great lesson.
I take her quotes on set. I
Yeah,
have like
you
a
do?
notes section in my phone with Niecy quotes.
Okay, give me 2 Niecy quotes.
Oh, well,
Pull up and push through. You say that all the time.
Yeah.
And what was the
never
other
look.
one from last night?
There's no expiration on your dreams.
Oh, no, there isn't.
Never.
I mean,
That's another thing you
said
say,
that
yeah.
I was going to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame when I was about 7 or 8. It took about 40 years, but it finally happened.
Yeah, but you got there. But you
Yes,
got
I
there.
did.
Saw yesterday's episode 4, and what happened to you, and then this is specifically for Kim. I think you are so resilient.
Thank you.
Everything you've gone through, everything that's happened, and everything is so public. What has been for you your biggest comeback, and how did you go around it? So if we were to talk about resilience, what do you feel like extremely resilient for?
I feel the most resilient when my kids are happy, and if there's chaos around us and I can come home and life is good at home. That's when I know that I feel like I've made it, or I haven't let that outside noise really penetrate in to my family life. And that makes me feel just really proud as like a mom, and just to know that my kids are so close and we're so close, and that like so much from the outside could beat us down, but we don't let it. And our family life is so great and so strong, and you know, I have the best mom and sisters and everyone. So I don't really look at it like that. I don't really look at failures or hard times like it will always be hard. There'll always be things. Life would be so boring if it wasn't that way. So I just try to be a good person, try to keep my head down and not think of like what I've overcome, but just how I live my life, and just continue to be like that.
I'll probably say for me, I feel the most resilient when it comes to matters of the heart. In the love space. You know what I mean? Well, because love is the thing we were created for. I mean, our jobs is what we do, but our who is to love and be of service, right? So in those spaces and places, you could really get beat down, broken down, heart ache, you know, all of those things. But honey, I'm always gonna come back with a with a new love. You know what I mean? And I don't care how down. I mean, I've been so low in love that I looked up and saw the bottom. You understand? That's low. And I still would say to myself, I know it's there. I know it's attainable. I know I'm going to get it. And I know I'm going to get a great person. I didn't know I was going to have to switch genders to get my good thing, but we do what we got to do.
Absolutely. How do you both define success?
Oh, happiness.
As a woman.
Yeah.
Happiness.
I was gonna say like family, love,
You know.
not all the things, not all the shiny things that one would think, but like a job that I love, a family that I love, great kids, being happy,
Yeah.
really good supportive friends, like that.
I think it's choosing yourself every day. When you open your eyes, choosing yourself first, because you are the blueprint to teach people how to treat you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You set the tone. And so to me, that's what it looks like.
Mexico.
Yes.
Tell me stories about Mexico. You've been, well, I know you've been, so
Yeah.
tell me a story about Mexico.
I love Mexico. I mean, from birthday parties to bachelorette parties, I've been
What is it,
numerous
Cabo?
times. Cabo,
Oh, Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
Punta
Yeah.
Mita.
I love Punta Mita and Cancun. I've been everywhere, but let me tell you, when I go to Mexico in February, because that's my birthday month, let me tell you something. Everything that is in the sea in Mexico comes to see me. We get on that boat all the time. And let me tell you something.
Whales, dolphins.
The dolphins, the whales, honey, they popping and jumping. And I'm like, I'm a Pisces, I'm here. And they just come out to see me, and I love it so much.
Well, thank you very
Mexico's
much.
special.
It's really special. Thank you, girls.